Good morning, Bitcoiners. It is Citadel Daniel back here at Loon Lake on a beautiful late fall morning here in the northeastern United States. The title of today's show is "The Truth is Out There." And I'm sure a lot of you remember the old mystery, sci-fi, conspiracy show called The X-Files. And that was the tagline for The X-Files. The truth is out there. And I was an X-Files fan. I didn't watch I didn't watch it every week, but I did like it. All kinds of fun stuff in there. I was a conspiracy person at that time, of course. And I was just thinking about the truth is out there this morning because it really has more than one meaning. The obvious meaning is the truth is out there. We can find the truth. It's out there, right? And Mulder and Scully were always trying to find the truth. They didn't buy the fake news, fake history story that they, that society propagates. And it's funny because they were, kind of in the belly of the beast, being in the FBI like they were. But I've come to understand another meaning of the truth is out there. If you have an additional meaning of your own that you want to post, feel free to comment on this video. Love the comments, love the likes, love the shares. It's been a minute since I posted a video. The truth is out there. What I've come to understand this to mean is the truth is out there. Like when someone's, smoking a big fat joint, and their mind is wandering. Wow, that was really out there. I was out there. That was crazy, And that's what the truth is in many ways. Because as we become deprogrammed from this fiat system that's hypnotized everyone for so long, we're realizing not only is the news fake, but as my friend Nolan says, history is fake as well. And it's not just history that has holes in it and that doesn't hold water. It's also a lot of the things that we've been told about the universe, right? And our place in it. Once you flip over the flagstone, it's not pretty underneath. The truth is out there, man. It's not what most people believe. Case in point, bringing it back to Bitcoin as I always do. Recently, the U.S. government claims to have seized $15 billion worth of Bitcoin. There's like 127,000 Bitcoin that it seized, and it was a pig butchering operation, which is some kind of some kind of financial scam, I think. I didn't even look into it because the story doesn't hold water. The truth, that is not the truth. What really happened is that there's a bunch of Bitcoin addresses, and there's a really good post on X about this, that were vulnerable, that were bad addresses, that were weak addresses. And the US government has come to the point where they're having their NSA geeks, right? They came up with a way to crack those addresses and seize that Bitcoin. And then they came up with this story about a pig butchering operation and, to legitimize the confiscation, or to try to legitimize the confiscation of these 127,000 Bitcoin. What it tells me, and what it should tell you as someone who is a first principles thinker and is willing to look into and at the truth and not turn aside because of the enormity of it, the enormity meaning how big and how bad the scene is, right? Is that you better get your Bitcoin secured, right? Because if you have weak addresses like these guys had, They had 15 billion. It was worth it to the United States to basically, blow their cover and seize this Bitcoin. They decided it was time to do that because those addresses had been sitting out there for like 4 years. People knew that those addresses were weak addresses. The public keys were weak. I don't know the details of it. My colleague Craig, here's a shill from my the Bitcoin Citadel. We have a new school channel. I'm teaching a class on sovereign computing. So far, we've done a couple of videos about getting a Linux computer set up. Rob Braxton has had a couple of really chilling videos lately about the new Mac and Windows computers, and they're basically designed to spy on you, right? So now's the time to move to Linux. Come to the Bitcoin Citadel, right? School. You can get in there. Lifetime membership is $99, right? Great deal. Even better, this super smart dude on our team, Craig, has been posting a lot of really cool stuff. He's the guy who came up with the 21 Sats inheritance protocol, which is one of the really, that's probably the best product that we offer. We have a whole bunch of education at the Bitcoin Citadel, but that's the intellectual property and the thought that he put into that is really, really deep. I actually am going through the 21 Sats protocol right now, getting my Bitcoin secured, my inheritance all sorted out, and I'm learning how to. I'll be one of the people who educates folks on the 21 Sats protocol, and I'm going to put together a class on it and stuff. It's really exciting. Anyway, Craig has either just posted or is posting today. I think it's today. A paper on the recent seizure of this $15 billion worth of Bitcoin and the quantum weakness of some public keys, some addresses in Bitcoin. So that's worth it in and of itself. How to protect yourself from that threat, because that is a real threat. How to check your addresses to make sure they're not weak, they're not susceptible. Because in a way, quantum computing is here, right? The vulnerabilities are here already, and I'm not a fearmonger. I'm not a clickbait headline guy, but you have to be careful now. You want to get your Bitcoin in self custody. You want to self custody it, and you want it to be secure, right? And you want to be careful about it. We can teach you all that stuff on 21 Sats. Craig is a master of all that, and we have a great team that can help you with any of that stuff. So to get back to the truth is out there. The truth is out there. Who would have thought that the truth behind this pig butchering $15 billion Bitcoin seizure was that these addresses, that this $15 billion worth of Bitcoin, 127,000 Bitcoin. Is that it? 127 Bitcoin? 1.5 billion worth. Do the math. 127 Bitcoin, I think. Yeah. It's a lot. $15 billion worth of Bitcoin. Is it $1.5 billion? Here I am getting all confused now. A lot of Bitcoin was seized. And they made up this cockamamie story about how it was bad guys who had scammed people out of the Bitcoin and they seized it, right? When it was just they saw a vulnerability and they seized that. So the truth is out there, right? They're going to come for smaller and smaller amounts of Bitcoin because it's going to be worth more and more fiat as time goes on. Don't let your sats be low-hanging fruit. That's the point of this story. Anyway, bit of a rambling tale at the end there. It's a beautiful day. The sun just came up. I'm going to go to the creek, and I'm going to take a dip. I had one right before, I took a dip right before sunset last night, and it was awesome been working in the yard all day. Actually, kind of, even though it wasn't that warm out, it was sunny, and I got a little warm. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go down to the lake and I'm going to take a dip. And it was awesome. So it may almost be November here in the Northeast, but we're still doing it, right? We're still out here at the lake, still dipping in the water, cold plunging now for real. Anyway, good talking to you guys again. I'll be back probably next week. We'll see. Peace.